deep into his heart where they remain. And it reads, he never forgets them. On the other hand, if the white man loses his paper, he is helpless.
And they got that saying carved in stone, where the Lord gave us the commandments on stone.
Right.
You see? So there is power in writing, but he does it in wickedness.
Exactly.
You know? Actually,
I got a quick one. It says, just to add in, it says, for 30 years, they tried to entice us to sell our land to them. Finally, their soldiers took it by force. The troops shall overcome. And we have been driven away from our beautiful country. That is a taunting proverb, man, for your history. You know, I just wanted to add that in. You got it, bro.
This is Psalms 94 and 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frame in mischief by a law?
You got it.
It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frame in mischief by a law?
Yeah, and that's what he does. He frames mischief into law. See, he didn't just enslave us according to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. He enslaved us according to writings and articles that were put into motion by the Congress. This is why slavery is still legal under the 14th Amendment of involuntary servitude if you commit a crime. Now, if you commit a crime, which a crime means an infraction of God's laws, now he has the right to enslave you to involuntary servitude, where you have, even though it's involuntary, I can still enslave your ass. See? But that's his laws. That's his decrees that he framed through mischief, because he also created the Bill of Rights, where he said all men are equated equal, right? Meaning one man can't be exempt from another, like i.e. your government, police. But we know through wickedness that that's true. We're not all equated equal, because we're labeled as 3/5 of a human being, you see? And when he wrote that decree, he was still going to war with Gad. He was still fighting Reuben, and he still had Judah, Benjamin, and Levi in slavery. This dude's a fucking menace, bro. Was that it, brother?
Yeah, that was
okay. And then you want to go back to Sirach? Read it again.
It's Isaiah 10 and verse 1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Yep.
And
whoa. One more time. Read that again. That's a goodie.
Isaiah 10 and verse 1.
Well, real quick. I got one for you. This is the last one. So we're going to read. I got an account of a taunting proverb of your unrighteous decrees. Okay? Titled under the chapter, The Ways of the White Man. Okay? So, yeah, exactly. It says, listen to this, brothers. Here, for the first time, I touched the goose quill. Now, a quill is a writing instrument, right? And they would take a bird's feather, and then the stem of it, they would dip in ink, and they would write with it, right? It says, I touched the goose quill, which the quill goes back to the scriptures, because it's the ink. Remember the angel? He was holding the ink in Ezekiel, and he wrote the seal on our foreheads. Lord's will. It says, I touched the goose. This is what Gadite saying. I don't know what the fuck this is. Watch. He says, I touched the goose quill to the treaty, not knowing. That's fraud. If he makes you sign a contract without telling you the penalty.
abusive process.
Abusive process. You abuse process, framing your mischief. It says, not knowing, however, that by the act I consented to give away my village. So I didn't know what I was doing, you know? Because right here, if you go back, it says how strong liquor was used against them. So he would get Gad drunk, and Gad open. He said, I like it. We like it. It's good. But he would use liquor to get, he would take advantage of you. You know, he'd roofie them. And it says, had that been explained to me, I should have opposed it. So if Esau explained to Gad, once you sign this, now this is my village, he said, I wouldn't have signed it. I didn't know what I was signing, right? He says, and I should have opposed it and never would have signed their treaty, as my recent conduct has clearly proven. What do we know of the manner of the laws and customs of the white people? They might buy our bodies for dissection, and we would touch the goose quill to confirm it without knowing what we were doing. This was the case with myself and my people and touching the goose quill the first time. So Esau's making them sign their life away. And they didn't even know it. So they didn't even know it, man. This is your history. So we're still holding that Sirach. See? So the unrighteous decrees, frame his mischief, ties into how he got the land. Not only did he rape and murder, he lied and he cheated. He wrote lies and deception all the way to the top. And then he put himself in office and wrote laws so he could never leave. And now fast forward today, we're sitting here like, oh, well, I got a letter in the mail that says I gotta pay, so I gotta pay. Wrong, because you can use your rights as a Roman citizen against the Roman system, okay? Let's read that again, right, brother?
Yep.
You know, and that's going back to knowledge shall be increased. Not only are we getting knowledge in the Bible first and foremost, which we filter everything through, but now with that, we're finding out other rights that we have as citizens, and Esau has to abide by them.
And he's never going to tell you.
Nope.
You know?
He'll never tell you that. Yeah.
Back in Isaiah 10 and verse 1.
And then let me say this too. The only time what I would say express your constitutional right per se is on a level of financial, not a level of carnality, you know, because that's a whole nother, they got laws on that. But as far as you financially, there's certain holes in our bags that are actually, they shouldn't be there. That's you furthering your affliction, you know? And the Most High requires that which is past. And you're going to have to pay. And you're going to pay what you owe. And you're going to pay like you weigh. Bastard. Let's read this, brother. Hey, right now, you're in pre-trial, all right? You're in pre-trial. We got evidence against you, man. We got evidence against you right now, you know? See, we don't got to tell you you're a devil. We break it down how you're a devil, all through the Holy Spirit. It is not ye that speak, it's the Spirit of the Father which speaks in us. This Yahweh Shemel Shai cursing this place out. Cursing your ass right out to your face with your own doctrine.
Say Isaiah 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Oh, which they write what? Grievousness. Is it not grievous when you get a letter in the mail? You live by the laws, right? You living by the laws. You ain't breaking, you know, you ain't a menace. You ain't toting guns. But you could get a letter in the mail that says, oh, well, you failed to pay, and now there'll be a warrant for your arrest because you didn't obey. What? What the fuck? You got fucking Nino Browns running up and down the street with bald-headed niggas calling themselves gods, killing our people. But you could send me a letter that I'm in trouble? Fucking grievous, man.
It's a curse. That's what they are. You know, because you don't understand that shit. Imagine if I sent a letter in Hebrew to the judge and a curse, they wouldn't understand it. You see? So it's the same thing that they're doing unto us.
Right.
You know? You read this shit, you start stressing out, you get anxiety. It's a fucking curse.
Yep. You know, all his great taxings. You know, you got
spell spelling bee.
Yep.
You know, words. You cast spells with words. You see?
Well, they call when you first go to school, it's what? Grammar school, and the word grammar means mumbo jumbo, incantation. All right, spells. So they teach you spells at a very young age, and then they make you pledge allegiance. You know. Oh, and proving that real quick as a fun fact, in 9/11, when George W. When he was at the school, they said the black woman. What does it say? Bird. What else? Plane. Building. Crash. You seen that video, right? Mm-hmm. Where he's sitting there, he's got the book upside down. Yeah. But they're saying spells, and these little kids are chanting what they're doing down so far the street. You know? Yep. It's all fucking witchcraft, man. It's all witchcraft. Let's read that again.
Say Isaiah.
And that's why, I'm sorry, brother. In college, they give you a degree, which degree means the lower. And then if you play the right cards, you might be a 3rd degree or a 4th degree Mason. You know? Then you gotta drink fucking blood out of Geronimo's skull. You sick bastards. America's sick, man. It's a satanic movie set. You know? We're at Satan's seat. And this is the regime of how they run their empire. This is the normal. This is how they've constructed rulership on the people. Oppress them, tax them, beat them, murder them, and then shut your mouth with you have the right to remain silent. Well, if I have the right to remain silent, what other rights do I have then? This is why they give you Miranda rights when they arrest you, because they don't want to tell you you have rights as an American that they break every day, which according to federal law, that's a lawsuit, you know? But you got class action lawsuits going on right now against America. Don't you know there's a class action lawsuit that's been brought to the United Nations against America for the slavery that they did to the so-called Negro, the atrocities, what they did to the Native Americans and to the rest of their people? There's actual legitimate paperwork.
His time is short.
His time is short that they're coming up. The legacy of America that you know and the heinous crimes that he's committed, they're going to soon have to answer for that. I'm sure you're familiar with slavery, right? Jim Crow, segregation. All those actions that he's done to us is actually prophesized that he has to answer for these same accounts. What you would call, in layman's terms, war crimes. Because me, you, I, him, we're all prisoners of war. Like they said, the POWs in World War II were POWs because we're prisoners at war. Because we're at war, which we're not fighting, it's a spiritual war, but who you know as the powers that be that rule, that are in the seats, legislation, judicial, all those men got into that power seat through war and destroying us. Because this land, if you didn't know, was once owned or ran by a particular nation of people. Then he murdered them, raped them, lied, got them drunk, and made them write their names like he does now, write your name in blood. So they signed over this land, this lease, right?
He supplanted them.
He supplanted them, you know?
Because he was supplanted, he wants to supplant everyone else.
And then he so-called freed the black counterparts in 1865, but all he did was transition the power over you from the person to the state.
Well,
so now we're all state property.
This is why you got a social security number, straw man, your name is in all caps, your driver's license, your birth certificate, they own it.
Well, not only a driver's license, but a state driver's license. So you can have a driver's license in New York, but if you go down to Texas, you can get a ticket for that. They say, because I don't know what they do up there in the big city, but down here, because each state is its own providence. Each state has its own governor. Each state has its own prison. Each state has its own Supreme Court, county and mayor. You see? So each state is different. So depending on the state you're in is depending on the state they treat you. And each state we go to, they treat us like what? The same way they've been treating us, you know, which the Bible prophesies about that. Nothing but pain and anguish, kill, destroy. They shall not bemoan you, you know?
Back in Isaiah, right?
Yeah, read that from the top again.
Back in St. Isaiah 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Right, woe to them that write laws that you have to live by. But these laws that you live by, like, is it bringing peace to earth? You know, you run a stop sign, they write you a ticket, and you got to pay $135. What did that do for society? You're getting money from me, revenue, but what is that doing for us? You know, there's potholes. Look at the public service of transportation. What is the state doing for the people in it? But he writes all these laws. Like, I'll give you a good one. Do you know that there's a term where there's no ignorance to the knowledge of a law? Can you look it up? You just look up ignorance to no law, which basically means just because you didn't know that that was a law, he can still arrest you for it. And just because you're ignorant of it means you don't have excuse to not be found guilty of it. Isn't that foul? Now, like California, do you know California has over 395 laws or regulations that you got to live by? And if you break one of them, they can lock you up. Now, New York has about almost 200,000. Can you name even 100 of them? Maybe even 10? You know, not really. But if you break any one of them, they'll beat you and lock your ass up. And then, if you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. See? See how he does you? Did you find it?
I found it. You got it?
Oh, your brothers are good. Yeah, you got it.
He said one will be appointed to you.
Yeah?
It says, ignorance of the law excuses not, and ignorance of law excuses no one.
See, ignorance of the law excuses no one. Like, say you just came here and you didn't know that you had to stop at a stop sign. They could arrest you even though you didn't know. So, but you know that the Bible tells you there's laws of excuse. Like, we as a people, we're the Israelites. We're the children of Israel. That's right, brother, you too. We're the Israelites. And we have a law where if a brother didn't know that he wasn't supposed to do that, we don't kill him. We do a sacrifice. You know, and now we have a sacrifice who you know as Jesus, Yahweh Shai. That's our sacrifice to our ignorance. This is why Apostle Paul said the Most High winked at our ignorance. But here in America, he don't wink at your ignorance. He bangs a gavel and sentences you to death. Damn near. He has no mercy. And this is what he constructs in his laws, in his courtrooms, in his higher up seats. This is what he pushes on our people. So let's read that one more time.
Isaiah,
it's fucked up out here, right?
Yeah.
Hey, they didn't tell you hell is a cold world. We're in hell, brother.
Yeah, we Israelites. I know that.
Yep.
We are.
Yep, that's right.
I know that for a fact.
Yep.
I'm trying to tell my black people that we Israelites. They said, no, I'm a nigga. I said, oh, you a nigga? Oh, so you taking what the white man gave you?
Yeah.
You a nigga.
Yep.
I said, well, I ain't no nigga. Don't never say what up nigga to me.
Right.
Like, what up nigga? Who you talking to?
Right.
I'm not no nigga. I'm
That's
an
right,
Israelite.
brother. That's right.
I'm from the earth. And right there, I want to know what this picture means. This is the devil.
Sure, which one? Yeah, yep. This is an actual man by the name of Cesare Borgia from the first crime family.
Yep, the son of six, Rodrigo, one of the Pope of Rome. That was his son.
Yep.
So who y'all? 5% or 6% is what?
No, we Israelites, just like you.
Israelites,
brother.
right? Yeah, we Israelites.
That's it.
I'm trying to tell people in the hood, we Israelites. They know I'm a nigga.
Well, you know in the Bible that is prophecy that not all of our people are going to be able to hear. They just can't. So
they think they niggas.
And you know what? Let them be filthy still. Because some of our people, the Bible prophesies 2/3 out of our people in America, they're just going to go down with the ship. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's best that you know. And that's why, for this brother, can you get Psalms 1 and 1 for him? You got your scripts? Just get Psalms 1 and 1 for him. For you, and we'll go with the Spirit. But for you, brother, it's a blessing for you, the best of your ability, stray away from it. Because the times we're in, the Lord is about to start killing niggas. And he's gonna use...
Right, niggas.
Yeah.
Not us.
No, he's gonna kill them.
Niggas.
He has to though.
They dying. You know how many niggas died last night?
How many?
3.
Oh, see?
Niggas.
Yeah.
Not Israelite.
No.
Niggas.
Yep. Gentile. Yep.
Yesterday was Thanksgiving, right?
The Friday, last year was Black Friday, the day before that.
Okay, well, 3 niggas died that night too.
Yeah, Norton, Joseph. We be reading it.
Not Israelites, niggas.
That's right, brother.
You want to call themselves niggas, you die like a nigga.
That's right, brother. That's right. Because not all Israel's Israel. So that's good that you know that. Read this for this brother.
This is Psalms 1 and verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
In the counsel of niggas. So that's a blessing unto you that you don't identify as one and you don't want to be around them. And that's what happens when you start learning. You start realizing, even though I found out who we are, not all of our people are going to accept who we are. So that's up to you to embrace and accept it, because not all of our people are going to come into it because they're not being open to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Brothers in the hood that they niggas.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not a nigga, man. You're an Israelite. They're like, ain't no nigga, man. I'm a nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta get away from you then.
Yep.
I can't talk to you no more.
Good.
Can't hang with you.
Good.
I don't hang with niggas.
No. And that's a blessing. Read it one more time from. That's a blessing unto you.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
See? So that's a blessing that you're not sitting with the counsel of the ungodly, walking with the sinners, doing as a sinner, doing as a nigga. We're in the future. Being a nigga is that's not prosperous.
No, I don't hang with niggas.
We can't. We're men. We're men. You know? Hey, being an 80s baby, 90s baby, that was back then. The Method Man, the Red Man, the Wu-Tang era, that shit's out now. You know, that whole nigga ghetto living. Everyone else is uplifting in life, but our people still want to become ghetto superstars. The ghetto's obsolete. They're going to mow it over through gentrification.
Look, they all kissing each other.
There you go.
They faggot.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they niggas.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the devil will prophesy and take over your brain.
Yeah.
That's why we got zombies walking down the street right now like this.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, trust me, bro. That's why I stopped.
Good, brother.
Cause I prophesied with the, you know what I mean?
Good, brother.
My name is Farrah.
Farrah, nice to meet you, brother. I'm Gabar. Nice to meet you, brother. Hey, well, we come out here every Saturday through the Lord.
I like these things, man. Where can I buy one at?
What's that?
I forgot what they call it.
Garment, the poncho?
Yeah.
Well, this right here, this is our garment, which if you want, we get Edris 1 for him. This is what we wore in our ancient days as Israelites, even as priests, ceremonial garments. And this is what you would call a mantle, which they call now a poncho. So this, you know, you can buy it online. You know, we brothers have made these.
Y'all look good. Y'all
You
look
know,
good.
hey, Tuwadi, you know, Yahweh Shemel Shai.
But cool counting.
No, hold on, let me tell you. So do you know your God's name?
My God name is?
Yeah, the God of the Hebrew Israelites.
Let me see. All right, let me get my brain right, because go. My God's name, Ishmael?
No, that's a nation that's a son of Abraham. Your God name is Yahweh. Yeah, the one they call God, the Most High. His name's Yahweh, and it's Yahweh. And the son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, his name's Yahweh Shai. So when you pray, you call Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You call on him. You keep calling on him, because the days that are coming, it's gonna be mass judgment, and we need the Lord's protection. Remember what he did to the Egyptians when the death angel swept through. You see, that time's coming again.
When I was a kid, right, I used to ask my grandma, you a God-fearing whatever, but you got a white Jesus on your wall.
Yeah.
That's not my God.
Yeah,
I was only like 8 years old.
Hey,
I'm like, that's not my God.
that's your seal.
That's not my God. That's why I stopped, because I politic
Yeah.
with knowledge.
Yeah.
The knowledge is born.
Yeah.
But that's not my God.
That's right, brother. Good.
I'm not my God.
Yeah, that's your savior.
Hey, look, I'm all white. That ain't my God.
They're good, brother. Good.
That is Shaitan.
Yeah, that's Satan, Shaitan.
Shaitan.
Yeah, that's right.
I know.
That's right. Good,
Well,
brother.
I got to get down to
Hey,
the shelter.
No problem, brother. You be safe out here. May the
Man.
Lord bless you.
I love y'all, man.
Hey, we love you too, brother.
Yo, keep, educate these people, man. 'Cause they think they niggas.
Some are gonna die as niggas too, but at least we got that knowledge to understand. Because when that time comes, this wisdom that we got, it'll keep us stable.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep us stable, because most people they're not ready for the reality of the God.
Because the
it's gonna
white
bring.
man keep throwing them down, giving them that fake shit.
Yeah,
So then they thinking, well, he called me a nigga. I'm a nigga.
yeah. Let me embrace it.
No.
And you know what? Real quick before you leave, because I know it's cold. You're a little older than us, and you agree, like with rap, when it comes to our people, it's never been on this level, like with the blunts and the tatted face and the drugs. It never was like that, right? Remember Big L's? Remember the KRS-Ones, the Nas's, even the Tupacs, Public Enemy, even Wu-Tang. But now look at the rap that they get. Look at our women.
It's the devil.
And thank you, and they're falling
Look, you got
victim.
rappers, females talking about, yeah, I suck a dick and swallow a Coke bottle.
See?
Who the fuck want to talk to
And you
Cardi
know
B?
who set him up to do that? The serpent,
The devil.
just like he did
set him
Eve,
to the tree and make him eat the apple.
as they say. Which apple represented his knowledge. Like he said, I'm eating right here.
No, God said don't touch that tree.
Right, the tree, but I'm saying as far as the apple, the fruit from it.
Yeah. And look, they was butt naked, walking around butt naked. And then Cain killed Abel. Come on now.
You know, Cain got changed. That's Satan. You know, Cain got changed into the color white. So the white man is the first murderer from the beginning.
Always.
There you go, brother.
Always.
There you go. Hey, it was good speaking to you, brother.
All right. God bless you, brother.
Yeah, you too, brother.
Bless you too.
You come back, man.
I want to say hamdulillah, but I don't know if that's profitable.
Well, we understand. We say shalom, which means peace.
Shalom.
Yeah, peace. That's our language. That's our tongue.
Yeah.
That's our tongue. So you on your way, brother. You have a good one, man.
Y'all make it happen, bro.
All right, man.
Don't be too cold out here now.
All right, brother.
The white man ain't gonna save you.
That's right. That's right. Oh, okay. Hey, well, read that. Let me plug this in. We'll probably get a couple more, because with the weather, our phones actually aren't, they're not working as well. Where were you at? Morar, where were you at?
I had dropped Isaiah.
Oh. Okay, well, read Sirach real quick. We'll probably get a couple. Yes, Salakia brothers, but our phones are dying. It's a brick out. Hey, we in season, out of season. And I want to say this too on camera, you know, and see, that's the thing. Jake's not fully there, but are we gonna sit there and say, "Give me Genesis, show him, brother. Hey, you gotta cross your neck." Look, we're not out here to do that. Okay, we're not out here to do that, because the scriptures tell us that with wisdom, it's gentle. You know what I mean? Now, of course, if you're being a demon, that's a different thing. But if you're not being a demon, per se, the Spirit is gonna work with you. It's gonna give you certain things. Think about the malefactor. He didn't have all the breakdowns. He just believed. Right. That man, what he said, and he had a heavy spirit on him. They niggas. That funded him, because the Lord opened him up enough to know, as an Israelite, I'm not supposed to act like a black person. And that speaks volumes, because you have a lot of black people in the nation of Israel. Right or right, brothers? I see a lot of black people. Thank you. I see a lot of evil in Israel, man. That man was more righteous than some of these teachers out here. And he didn't even know it all. And that's why our Lord said there'd be prostitutes that'll be delivered before you. And he was speaking about those wicked scribes and Pharisees. You know, may the Lord bless her. You heard me say I gotta go to the fucking shelter. Yeah, man. He said I gotta go to the fucking shelter. It's brick out, bro. Don't worry. Yeah. So you mean you can't tell me that man don't need a fucking drink? And he said something funny too. He said, hey, just know the white man gonna say he in a good spirit, bro. Hey, you knowing that Esau's a devil and a lot of Jakes are niggas, you on your way, bro. Your eyes are open, man. But we'll get a couple more. Our phones is fucking up.
Cause they niggas.
Cause they niggas. You got it, brother.
This is Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings,
Yeah.
injuries.
Now that word injury goes into, I believe, unlawful violence. You know what I mean? Like he'll go to meet you, and then he's like, "Oh, do you have any tea over there?" Then you turn around, and he's like, you know, he fucking acts you to death. You know?
And riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
It said riches got by deceit. Watch the movie Zorro. We're talking about history, right? Manifest destiny. Because remember, Esau only landed on the East Coast. So how did he get to the West Coast? Oh, he said, you East Coast? I'm for East Coast. How did Esau get to the West Coast? Through his manifest destiny. And how did he strike gold? Because he was taking that from Gad. They show you that movie, Blood, Bone, Tomahawk.
Yeah, Bone Tomahawk.
Bone Tomahawk, man. You know? So Esau was stealing gold over here too. Esau was pissing in the rivers that Gad drank that had gold in it. Did you know that the rivers in America used to have gold? Hey, Gad said Esau's so fucking money hungry that the only reason that he would blow his nose if he thought there was something valuable in it. Yo, Gad was cold with the wording how he was cutting Esau, man. You know? And it's the spirit, the spirit has got us going into the American history and the perception that it's outlaid on the tribes, man. And not a lot of history is brought out about the other slavery. Okay, there's a book, Google it, The Other Slavery. Because you can talk about slavery all day, but you never talk about the Northern Kingdom slavery. You can't talk about Judah first. You got, if you want to go chronologically, you know what I mean? You got to talk about Gad, man, and Reuben, and Issachar, and Ephraim, and Manasseh. It's effed up, bro. And then to this day, fast forward to today, we're freed, and a black man walked down the street, and he's got to go sleep in a shelter. Oh, and let me add, and then sometimes for you to sleep in that shelter, you got to have a fucking quota, or you got to pass out Christian pamphlets. Remember? There was one guy, he came a couple years ago. He was saying how he had to go to the shelter, but he said, if I want a bed, I got to get rid of these pamphlets. And it was fucking Christian pamphlets, man.
He was a Hamite Jake. Yep.
Foul, bro. You got Jake all up and down these streets, jacked up, man. Jacked up, bro. You fucking, America is the biggest offense known to earth outside of the Greeks and the Romans. Because you know the Greeks, well, they did our temple. You know what I mean? But now being in America, bro, Esau's the biggest offender. Yahushua said, offenses will come, but woe to them that cause the offense, man. Damn. Let's read that.
Habakkuk 2 and verse 16. Thou art filled with shameful glory.
Yeah, all the glory, old glory, pledge of the, right? Oh, look, Lincoln Alliance Bank. What bank? Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln. So you got glory for this bank named after your president, but what was the shame that he got to get that glory? You know? Like my man Pac said, yeah, you made a killing, but you did it in a sleazy way. You got anything? Romans 9 and 21, dishonorable vessel. You're fucking dishonorable, bro. You're dishonorable, man. Let's read that again, please.
Habakkuk 2 and 16.
And it really is the spirit because the season, we just had so-called Thanksgiving, you know? Hey, Jake's tired of this place, man. Of course, you got your necessary evils amongst our people, but you got a lot of Israelites that they hear this word, the spirit's like clink, and they're like, yeah, man, it's fucked up out here. You know, because that's one thing, hey, that's one thing we can agree upon, right, Israel? That Esau is a damn devil, right? we can agree at least, well, damn, not even. Esau, the white man ain't Esau, is Japheth. See, that's why we just need the small remnant. We need the elect seal, and we just got to go home. We just got to go home, man. We need Yahweh Shai. We need Yahweh Shai. We need Yahweh Shai to save us from Esau. We need Yahweh Shai to save us from ourselves. And we need Yahweh Shai to save us from the wicked Jakes, man. You know, when I say ourselves, meaning our flesh. You know, this flesh is an enemy to us too. You read that just real quick.
This is Romans 9:21. Had not the potter power over the clay?
Yeah, the Most High is the potter. You know, like when you watch the movie Ghost, he's got the song with the Christian brothers. And they're doing the thing, the pottery, right? The vessel, and they can make that whatever they want. They can make it round, they can make it thin, they can make it however they want to make it. You see? And that's the Most High, because it says in Sirach, he fashioned man to liken him best. So the Lord fashioned Esau to liken him best according to his spirit, and his spirit ain't upright in him, man. How can something that's always crooked be made straight? He can't be made straight. And then MLK tried saying that. All the things crooked, I'ma lay straight. You can't make Esau straight. His ass was set up and designed to be a fucking demon. All right? You create a program to be an antivirus. All it's gonna do is kill viruses. You create a program to be a virus. All it's gonna do is be a virus. There ain't no washing of the word when it comes to Esau. There ain't no baptism, ain't no magical scriptures. There ain't nothing that's going to change Esau from being an Edomite.
Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Now, Paul said this in the spirit, but in context, he was talking about Jacob and Esau, because if you go up, he mentions Jacob and Esau, and what was that one lump? What's my sister? Was it Rebecca? No, Abraham was Rebecca. Who was it? It was Rebecca. Yeah, Rebecca, one lump. She had the big belly, and then what? Two were in her womb. Two vessels, two nations. All right, two manner of people that were separated by thy bowels. You know, and through your bowels you produce offspring. So their bowels were separated, meaning they weren't of the same offspring. So one was Jacobites and Edomites, which Jacob became what? Israelites. So in her womb was Israelites and Edomites. And he made one to be a plain man dwelling in tents, meaning a righteous servant in the tabernacle of Yahweh. And he made another unto dishonor, who was the murderer from the beginning. So we're talking about the dishonorable vessel and his murdering tactics that he has yet done from the beginning and still doing to this day. To this day, man, you know, like my man, yeah, to this day, you know, was that it, brother? Okay, you read it one more time, please, just for the one time.
Romans 9:21, had not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Yep. But now the honorable vessel is now identifying as a nigga. As the brother said.